Thank you all for tuning in to WGHC LP 98.3 FM. And with that, welcome to the show Money Talks, where all we talk is money. I'm your host, Jeff Badu, parallel entrepreneur and a wealth multiplier. I'm the founder and CEO of Badu Enterprises, LLC, which is a multinational conglomerate in the finance industry. So what we do is we provide a suite of financial services, including my marquee company, which is Badu Tax Services, and that's the firm that does tax preparation, tax planning, and tax representation for individuals and businesses across all 50 states in the U.S. And we also have clients in over 20 countries at the moment. On top of that, we have Badu Investments LLC, which is a real estate investment company that invests in primarily apartment buildings on the south side of Chicago in efforts to restore traditionally underserved communities. Then we have the Badu we have Badu Life and Health Solutions LLC, which my beautiful wife here to my right, Miss Yvonne Badu, is the CEO of, and she'll also be talking about building wealth through life insurance, and I'll introduce her in a few minutes. But what we do with Badu Life and Health Solutions is we offer life insurance products and solutions for individuals, families, and small businesses. So if you're looking for life insurance products and solutions, then please feel free to reach out to us. And last but not least is the Badu Foundation, where we provide financial literacy education to the youth ages 6 to 18, where we teach them on topics such as budgeting, saving, investing, and scholarships. My purpose in life is to inspire and support the super hungry to take hold of infinite resources in order to create an abundant lifestyle. Let me repeat that one more time for those who might have not heard that, might have not caught that. My purpose in life is to inspire and support the super hungry, just like those listening to this information today, to take hold of infinite resources, such as what you're about to listen to today, in order to create an abundant, not a scarcity, but an abundant lifestyle. So today we have a very special topic on building wealth through life insurance, which we'll be talking about in a second here with my beautiful wife, Yvonne. So welcome to my show. Once again, this is WGHC LP 98.3 FM. And we're live on the radio, 98.3 FM in Chicago. And you can also check out the website, WGHCradio.org. Once again, that's WGHCradio.org. We have a lot of information to give you today. I know you will enjoy it. And so with that, as usual, we always like to kick it off with the market report, just to see how things are going in the markets. And I'll try to keep this as brief and as quick as possible. So at about close to 7:15 p.m. Central, that's when we'll go ahead and get started. Right, so just something to keep in mind. All right, so stocks opened the week with mixed returns. The Dow, Russell 2000, and the Global Dow each lost value, essentially, while the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 rose. Tech shares and consumer services closed higher, while financials and materials fell. All right, so what happened really is there was anticipation of the FOMC committee meeting, essentially, later in the week. And investors have been waiting for cues from the FOMC on its inflation outlook, whether inflation is going higher or whether inflation will be going lower. So overall, within the markets, the stock market did rise a little bit. So Monday was a good day last week. Then last Tuesday saw stocks close mostly lower. The NASDAQ went down 0.7%. S&P 500 went down 0.2%. And then the Dow and the Russell 2000 went down 0.3%. All right. And I do want to shout out to those listening on Instagram, also those listening live on Facebook. This is recorded, so after we're done, what happens is this gets posted to our Facebook and Instagram pages, and you'll be able to rewatch it, take notes. If you're not taking notes right now, I strongly recommend you do so. And please like and share this video. It's always nice to see those thumbs up, those hearts. And then if you don't mind just commenting where you're listening from. We always like to know for Facebook and Instagram. Just let us know where you're listening from today so that we can maybe give your city a shout out. All right, so Wednesday, Treasury yields climbed higher and stock prices fell as investors may have been influenced by the Federal Reserve's projection of that interest rate increases may be coming in 2023. All right, so the Federal Reserve hinted that interest rates might go up in February in 2023, basically. All right, so investors don't like that because then it costs more money to invest. So sometimes investors use borrowed funds in order to invest. And shout out to Shani G. She said hello to the Badus. Absolutely appreciate you for the shout out. Definitely appreciate that, Shani. All right, so basically we had this COVID-19 pandemic, which we're still in, by the way, that essentially forced interest rates to go lower. And so with that, when interest rates went lower, essentially, then that means that they've got to rise back up eventually, right? And it looks like we got 65 people or so watching us live right now on Facebook, so that's a pretty good number. And then Instagram, I know we're getting the numbers up. So let us know where you're listening from, right? Let us know where you're listening from, and ultimately let us know what you're looking to get out of tonight too. All right, we got Mr. Black Jesus. He said, "What's up, Jeff? Long time." Absolutely. All right, so like and share the video. It's always great to get more subscribers and everything in here, more people listening, because this is important information. This is stuff that they don't really teach in the schools, right? So it's very important that we get this information. Shout out to Clarice for making the comment. Absolutely. All right. Yeah, remember, let us know where you're coming from. Let us know where you're listening from. Let us know what city, what state. Let's give you a shout out real quick. And also, feel free to like and share the video as well. All right. So Wednesday, the stock market essentially fell, right, due to the negative influences by the Federal Reserve, basically. All right. So Thursday, the tech shares pushed NASDAQ up 0.9%. And basically it was 0.9% higher last Thursday, and S&P 500 unfortunately closed slightly in the red. So it was a good day for the technology stocks, but it wasn't a so good day for the S&P 500, which is composed of the top 500 stocks in the U.S. And sorry for the background noise, but the top 500 stocks in the U.S. And we'll be sharing a bit on that as we tie it to the life insurance topic as well. All right, so Friday, the Russell 2000 dropped 2.2%. The Global Dow dropped 2%, and then the Dow dropped 1.6%. S&P 500 dropped 1.3%. NASDAQ dropped 0.9%. And Treasury bond prices essentially rose, driving the yield on 10-year Treasuries below 1.5%. All right, so essentially the stock market on Friday ultimately went down. That's all that means, basically. All right. So overall, the week ended with each of the benchmark indexes unfortunately losing ground. The small caps of the Russell 2000 fell the furthest, followed by the Global Dow, the Dow, and the S&P 500, and then the NASDAQ. All right. So far this year, the Dow Jones is still up 8.77%. The NASDAQ, which is composed mainly of technology stocks, is up 8.86%. S&P 500 is up 10.93%. Russell 2000 is up 13.31%. And then the Global Dow is up 13.04%. Interest rates are still at 0%. All right, so you can borrow money at a very, very cheap rate. What does all this mean? It means get in the market. If you haven't invested, get in. And today we'll be talking about how to get into the market utilizing a powerful tool called permanent life insurance. You know, we'll touch some basics, and then we'll talk about building wealth through life insurance with my beautiful wife, Yvonne. All right, so this week, the final estimate of the first quarter gross domestic product, GDP, is out this week. So far, available data suggests GDP grew at an annualized rate of 6.4% in the first quarter. Also out this week are the May reports on new and existing home sales. Existing home sales fell 2.7% in April, right? And sales of new single-family homes declined 5.9%. All right, May data on personal income and consumer prices is out at the end of the week. Personal income dipped 13.1% in April, although the personal consumption expenditure price index rose 0.6% in April. All right, so the moment you've all been waiting for. But before we go into that, I want to re-welcome you. If you're just joining, welcome. Get your notepads ready. We're about to talk about a lot of important information. Yvonne will be on in a second. But I just want to quickly reintroduce the show. You are listening to my show, Money Talks, where all we talk is money. Live on WGHC LP 98.3 FM, Chicago. Just a reminder to visit our website. We have a website at WGHCradio.org where you can listen live. So you can listen to us live right now. Make a donation. We are a 501c3 non-for-profit organization. And sign up for our email and more. So there's a lot more you can sign up for. We're live on the radio, 98.3 FM. We're also streaming live on Instagram, and then we're streaming live on Facebook. It's 7:15 p.m. Central on the dot. So with that, today we're talking about building wealth through life insurance with my beautiful wife. So if you see me leaning my head to the right, that means I'm looking at her. Her name is Yvonne, Miss Yvonne Badu, and she's the co-founder and CEO of Badu Life and Health Solutions, where we provide life insurance products, solutions to families, individuals, and businesses. So how's it going, Yvonne?
Going good. Hey, everybody that's tuning in right now. Thank you for taking the time out to listen to this very important information. I think this is going to be very helpful for you, your family, and your businesses, your generations moving forward. So, welcome to the show.
Absolutely. So I think we got to do a quick mic check. Let's try the orange mic real quick. So we always got to test out the mics. They never want us to be great.
Is this better?
All right, let me try one more time. Can you say something?
Hey, everybody.
Okay. Can you say something one more time?
Hello.
One more time.
Hello.
Okay, we can hear you. There we go.
No.
All right, so we're gonna be on the orange mic. Absolutely.
All right, cool.
There you go. All right. So with that, do you mind introducing yourself real quick, Yvonne?
All right. So, like Jeff said, my name is Yvonne Badu. I am the CEO, co-founder of Badu Life and Health Solutions, LLC. I also have a company, Badu Foundation. I am the vice president of that, where we provide financial tools. We're teaching children on savings, budgeting, anything that has to do with money, so that they can go out and utilize their money wisely. Mm-hmm. While I'm not doing business, I am a registered nurse as well.
Okay.
And I am also the beautiful wife to the handsome Jeff Badu.
Absolutely. Definitely appreciate that. All right. Shout out to Yannick. He said Black Excellence, Generational Wealth. Appreciate that. And yeah, we want to know where you guys listening from. Hopefully you can hear us okay. Just let us know where you're listening from so that we can give you a shout out. All right. And so on Facebook, let us know where you're listening from. On Instagram, let us know where you're listening from. And we'll be doing some polls today too. We'll be asking some questions. So we do want active audience participation. So Yvonne mentioned that she is my beautiful wife. We've been married since last year, so we're approaching the 1-year anniversary. And we've been running this business, Badu Life and Health Solutions, LLC, for over a year now. So just tell us a little bit. I mean, what does Badu Life and Health Solutions do exactly?
So, you did mention it earlier. We provide life insurance solutions to families, businesses, and individuals.
Okay.
It's a tool to help build wealth. You can pass this on to from generation to generations.
Okay.
You know, life insurance is a financial strategy that you can utilize, you know, to protect yourself, to protect your loved ones, and to protect all your assets. It's very important to have, you know, so that you can maintain a great financial foundation, especially in cases where a loss of income occurs.
Absolutely. Okay. Appreciate that, Yvonne. So I have a question for the audience real quick. So it's known that most people, unfortunately, don't have life insurance. Now, do you guys know why? So if you can comment, just give us a comment. Why do people not have life insurance? Why do most people? Just want to do a quick 30-second poll. All right.
You know, 54% of Americans actually have life insurance. So that means 46% don't.
Okay.
So that's, you know, that's actually a big problem, because that means we're not teaching people enough about it, or we don't know too much about it, or you already, you know, a lot of people fall into the stigma of life insurance. And yeah.
I mean, what's the stigma about life insurance?
You know, people think it's, you know, probably a scam. People overestimate the cost of life insurance, which, you know, we will cover very soon. You actually don't have to pay as much as you think for life insurance. And, you know, people just really don't know too much about it. Me personally, I wasn't taught about life insurance until I was, you know, about to turn 20. So, you know, I can only imagine how many people are not being taught this subject. And I think it's very important that we're teaching people about this.
Wow, okay. All right, so Mercy commented, she said, to be very honest, I feel because I'm young and I won't die now. Anything you want to share on that?
Oh, man. You know, actually, we strongly encourage people that are young to get it. That's actually the best time you can get it. The youngest you can be to qualify for life insurance is 14 days. So, you know, once you turn 14 days, you know, parents, I strongly suggest you obtain a life insurance policy for your child, so that they can accumulate wealth throughout their life. The reason why it's actually better to get life insurance while you're young is because the cost of premiums is actually lower than if you were to get it later on in life.
Wow. Okay. Now, why? I guess this is leading into our bigger topic, but I mean, what are some things that a young person, somebody who's young, let's say 22-year-old, like, why can they, first of all, what types of policies can benefit a 22-year-old? And, like, why would somebody that young get a policy even if they think they won't die tomorrow?
All right. So, you know, there's two different types of life insurance policies. There's the term life, and then you have your permanent life. With your permanent life, you know, there's so much that you can gain from it. The main thing with your permanent life is that you can accumulate wealth over time. Okay. With your term life, which, to be honest, you will find with a lot of life insurance policies that are offered through employment, you know, it's only covering your life for a certain period of time. If you live past the duration of the policy, unfortunately, you won't really get anything out of it. Term life is basically to protect your life for a certain period of time. Okay. However, if you obtain a permanent life, you know, there's whole life, which is your traditional life insurance policy where you're paying into it. There's leveled premiums, and you pay a certain amount every month. There is, a face value when it comes to your death benefit.
Okay.
There is Index Universal Life, which, it's my favorite one, honestly. You basically can pay premiums at any time, at any amount, just as long as you are paying basically paying the amount of the insurance policy. So as long as you're covering that amount, you can pay at any time, at any amount that you want. You are also accumulating wealth through that policy. It's really based on how the stock market performs.
Okay.
Your money is going into sub-accounts, and basically your money is growing through that. So
okay,
you're putting in money, but you're actually making more than what you're putting in, and you're also subject to the death benefit as well. And then you have your variable life, which the premiums, your cash value and your death benefit fluctuates based on how the market performs.
Okay.
And then you have your variable universal life insurance policy, which is a mixture between your universal life and your variable life. You can pay your premiums at any time, just as long as you are paying off the cost of the insurance. Okay. And that is also going based on how the market is performing. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Now, all right. So we got some comments. Jamil says, wonderful knowledge. Absolutely. Shout out to Jamil. He's definitely somebody great to know. All right. So Mercy asked the question, well, how much do I need to invest? And before you answer the question, first of all, I want to touch on the topic of scarcity versus abundance.
Right.
So what's your definition of scarcity, first of all?
Scarcity, you mean scarcity mindset?
Yeah, so I mean, like, what if somebody says, hey, somebody who has a scarcity mindset, like, how would you describe that person?
One who has a scarcity mindset is so occupied with the cost of everything. What does this cost? How much is this going to cost me? Instead of thinking about the value that thing brings to your life. And an abundant mindset, in comparison, you're thinking about, the quality of what that thing is that you are going to invest in. You're more so thinking about the investment of your life. You're not thinking about the cost or anything, because at the end of the day, you know that this is going to do good for me. It's going to do good for my business, my family, whatever that thing is.
Got it. Okay. So with that being said, I mean, why would somebody want to treat life insurance like a retirement plan? You mentioned about permanent life insurance, because it's not just a cost thing. It's not, oh yeah, this is costing me $50 a month like a car insurance policy. Like, why would somebody want to look at this as a retirement plan?
Well, you're accumulating, wealth over time. At some point in your life, you're actually able to take out some of this money. You can utilize this money to pay off any debts, mortgage, loans, and you probably be making way more in these policies than you'd make in a 401k. So, that's, in short, that's why you would probably choose a life insurance policy.
Got it. Okay. So shout out to those listening. We're live on the radio, 98.3 FM, Chicago, right? You can tune in on 98.3 in your car. and then also WGHCradio.org. And then shout out to the Facebook listeners. Looks like we got a lot of activity on Facebook, a lot of activity on Instagram. And shout out to Yannick. He said basically because most people are not educated on the top of life insurance, and then also most black folks don't really think, they think that they'll pass, or you should say they think they will not pass at a young age, right? And we touched on that concept a bit. So there are a question here is, we are also not educated on the benefits of having life insurance. So real quick on that, how can people get educated on this topic of life insurance? Like, how can they get more knowledge on it?
Well, all of you are here right now. This is definitely the opportunity to get educated on it. Mm-hmm. You can always hit us up as well. Okay. You can visit our website at www.badulifehealth.com. If you scroll down, you can put in your contact information, and you hit send, and we'll be happy to get in contact with you to give you more information. Okay. Jeff hosts seminars on building wealth every week. We have one coming up June 29th via Zoom, so just keep an eye out on that. There's just so many opportunities that we give to educate everyone. So, the main thing, you all are here. So that's, a step further towards building wealth. And then you can always just contact us too. Okay, that's good. Appreciate you for sharing that. Yvonne mentioned you can reach out at any time. Check, hit me up in my DMs. Hit me up at jeffbadu.com. That's my website. And then also badulifehealth.com is our website. So there's so much education that you can get on this stuff. I mean, it's crazy. So we got a question. Love it when we have activity, we have engagement. So first of all, you mentioned that your favorite is the Index Universal Life Insurance policy. Somebody asked the question, what life insurance do you have? Me personally, I like to mess around a little bit with dibble and dabble into it. But you talked about you like the Index Universal Life. So what is it, and why do you like it so much? So with the Universal Life, basically it's a type of permanent life policy. You're paying premiums at any time, at any amount, just as long as you are paying, you're covering the cost of the insurance, right? Okay. So it's pretty flexible. You are accumulating wealth over time. Your cash value can increase based on how the market performs. They usually have a floor of 1%. Okay. So even if the market doesn't do so well, like how it didn't do so well in 2008, you're still going to make 1% increase on your cash value. Wow. That's powerful. And what about the ceiling? Can you explain the ceiling? The ceiling is at 15%. Okay. So yeah, you are definitely making money off these policies. For sure. Is it true that a bank can match your contributions just like you can do with real estate? Yes, they definitely can. There is a policy out there called the Premium Finance Index Universal Life Insurance. Before you say anything further, we want to always lead into something, right? So not only are we providing education here, but on June 29th, we have a webinar, and the links and the flyers have been posted all over the social media. Yes. So it's called Building Wealth on Steroids, right? You can check that out. And basically, we're going to teach you how to build infinite, powerful wealth. When it comes, I'm talking about wealth on steroids, literally. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy some of the stuff you can do. Imagine if you were contributing money to your own policy. Let's say you put in $1,000 a month, and then you had a bank coming in with you, putting in $3,000 a month. So now you have $4,000 a month.
It's a 25% down payment on your own life, just like you can do with real estate. This is called infinite banking. This is called infinite wealth. And it's extremely powerful. Some of the wealthiest people on the planet are basically invested in this. All right, so we got a comment. I love it when people play devil's advocate. We got a comment from John here. He said, isn't all your money going into fees, basically, in the first 2 years of anything? But I think the question might have gotten cut off. So, I mean, can you explain, and this goes back to scarcity versus abundance, but, you know, is it truly worth it? And what is this whole fees thing? Like, can you explain a little bit more when it comes to that?
Well, first, I'm going to ask you, you know, how much is your future worth? How much is your family worth? How much is, you know, your generation worth? I don't look at this as fees. I actually look at this as an investment on my life.
Wow.
An investment on my family. You know, I'm building my family up. I'm not taking the money and just, you know, blowing it off. I'm using it for a purpose that's going to take me and my family and even my businesses far.
Wow.
So, you know, if you're worried about the cost and everything, to be honest, you're not going to go far if you're worried about the cost or the fees.
Wow.
You got to think about this as an investment on your life and an investment on everything that you own and everything that you're part of.
Got it. That's powerful. So scarcity versus abundance, right? Scarcity is letting fees bog you down on a product that's going to make you 100 times what you've put in, you know? And so with that, it's like, you know, you've always got to be on an abundance mindset that, yes, there are fees involved in this type of policy. However, the return, the true investment, when you take out the money, the death benefit, the cash value, that's going to outweigh any level of fee on the planet. And with this policy, it's a long-term investment. Is that correct?
That is true. Yeah,
it's a long-term investment. This is not something we're putting in 2 years and then we're taking money out. Absolutely not. This is a 401k on steroids. This is a retirement plan, an IRA. This is something that allows you to build infinite wealth. And speaking of infinite wealth, I did come out with a course called Infinite Wealth, and you can actually pre-order the course. The course link is on my page on the if you're on Instagram, just go to my profile page, and it's a link in my on my website on the profile. And if you don't have it, it's jeffbadu.thinkific.com. So let me put that in there, jeffbadu.thinkific.com. And Yvonne, if you don't mind putting that link in there, that would be great. All right, and we're doing so I'm actually putting that in here in the chat on Instagram, and then Yvonne, I know, will be able to help me on Facebook. So jeffbadu.thinkific, THINKIFIC, thinkific.com. It's also on my profile, so it's a link in my bio, basically. So we're doing a Juneteenth special. Happy belated Juneteenth. Happy belated Father's Day, by the way. We're doing 15% discount on a pre-order of the course. We've already got people that are pre-ordering the course. The course should be out this week, but you can get 15% off. The offer expires tonight at 11:59 p.m. Central. All right, so there we go. So, and yeah, Yvonne, if you can update that, so it's Thinkific with a C at the end. So jeffbadu.thinkific.com. So I'm posting that here in the Instagram. All right, you can also go to my profile and get the link. It's the Infinite Wealth course where we talk about this sort of topic. How do you build infinite wealth, right? How do you build massive amounts of wealth through these vehicles? And life insurance is one of them, and today that's what we're talking about, right? So please.
I like what Jamil was saying. He said some people lived off their policy during rough times last year. Those that put this plan in place a while ago. So
wow.
Yes, those that, you know, have a life insurance policy, you know, they didn't, I guess you could, I mean, everybody was affected by the pandemic, right? But, you know, those that do have life insurance policies in place actually benefited from the policy during the pandemic because, you know, they have money set aside for them so that it can help them sustain through these emergencies.
There you go. There you go. Now, I heard there was a story about a plumber who, through the recession back in 2008, basically lost his job and was able to recover from it. He had a policy that he was about to cancel, and then they told him that there was money left in there. So if he canceled it, it would be no point. Do you mind just quickly touching on that story?
Yeah, I believe it was 2008, right?
Yep.
When the stock market crashed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody was, I guess, you know, touched by that. You know, it created a lot of issues.
Okay.
Financially for a lot of people. People had to downsize. People just was experiencing the worst of the worst.
Okay.
But this guy, you know, he had life insurance policies in place. He was about to close those policies, right?
Right, because he couldn't afford the monthly payments,
right,
basically.
But, you know, his agent was like, hey, you know, you have money sitting here, you know, you can use this money. And basically, you know, utilize the money to cover him and cover his losses.
Exactly.
And, of course, you know, was able to build on it even more. So
yeah, so if you guys didn't catch that, appreciate you for sharing that, Yvonne. Basically, you know, this individual was able to live off of his life insurance policy, right? He lost his job, and to pay his bills, to do whatever he had to do, right? This was the 2008 financial crisis, one of the worst crises in the world. And he was able to actually live off of his policy, right? It was meant to be a retirement plan, and he was about to cancel it because he couldn't afford the monthly payments. He was looking to downsize his bills, and then he realized one of his most important investments, one of his most important bills, was that life insurance policy, because he had cash value that was in the account that he can just take out and live off of. Like, can you imagine? That's like a bank account you didn't even know about. It's forcing you to save money. So that's so powerful. Definitely appreciate you for sharing that, Yvonne.
Wait, did we say that? Did we tell them that it was tax-free too?
Yeah, there. You want to touch upon that a little bit?
Yeah. So if you have a universal indexed life policy, when you do take out money out of your account, when it's necessary, that money actually is tax-free. The question that usually comes up is, do I have to pay this back? Yeah, you definitely can pay it back, but you know, it's basically, if you're not able to pay it back, they just deduct that amount from your death benefit and give the rest to your beneficiary.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. There you go. Yeah, the money you take out from a life insurance policy is tax-free. My two favorite words in life. All right, so let's see who else commenting. You know, we need crowd participation today, right? This is a more of a Q&A segment. Benjamin's baby said, loving the show. Absolutely. Definitely appreciate you for tuning in. We're live every Monday from 7 to 8 p.m. Central. Next week, we're actually talking about building wealth through real estate with my boy Eugene Marshall. Shout out to Gene, the real estate guy. So he'll be talking about real estate as well. And then, all right, Denmark said, was good, my brother. Congratulations, absolutely. All right. And Benjamin's baby said, are you teaching this stuff? Are you teaching more about this in the course? Yes. In the Infinite Wealth course, we do cover this, right? This is part of the course. Not only do we cover tax items, tax planning items, and how to live a tax-free lifestyle, but we also cover real estate. We cover life insurance. We cover budgeting. We cover saving. Pretty much your one-stop shop of wealth building. It's about a 2-hour course. You know, it's on your own time. You just sit down, you watch it, you take notes, you ask questions, you do whatever you got to do. Remember, the course link is in my bio. It's jeffbadu.thinkific, THINKIFIC jeffbadu.thinkific.com. You can also find a link on my main website, which is jeffbadu.com. Remember, we're doing a Juneteenth special, right? Type in the code June 19th, and you'll get 15% off on the course. It's pre-order, meaning the course will be released later this week. So definitely looking forward to that. Right.
I strongly suggest you guys take advantage of this opportunity because, Jeff, put so much into it. It's literally the holy grail of building wealth. If you want to build wealth, go buy that now. Absolutely.
Go buy it now. Take action, right? The greatest people in life took action. Not tomorrow, but now. All right, so we got a comment here. Peace, love. My connection kind of messed up. No worries. All right, shout out to Rick Justice. We got Rick and Monique Justice. Rick said, I trust Jeff and Yvonne with my life. Absolutely appreciate it, Rick.
Hey, Rick. Hey, Monique.
Absolutely. Hey, Rick and Monique. Absolutely. They are the pioneers of basically life, right? They truly pioneered a lot of the stuff that we're doing now, we're talking about now. So shout out to Monique Justice. Shout out to Rick Justice, the K&J family. And their purpose is to help leaders achieve abundance 20 years faster.
Yes.
My purpose is to inspire and support the super hungry to take hold of infinite resources in order to create an abundant lifestyle. And what's your purpose, Yvonne?
My purpose is to uplift families to be their true selves and to reach for something greater than themselves no matter what.
No matter what. One more time, please.
My purpose is to uplift families to be their true selves and to reach for something greater than themselves no matter what. And that includes obtaining a life insurance because it's going to help all of you, build generational wealth.
Wow.
It's going to help all of you sustain the wealth of your business and just protect your life in general.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Yep. Shout out to Rick and Monique once again. Monique said the Badu power couple, and she said Jeff is the best. Absolutely appreciate that. All right. Thank you, Rick. Infinite and uplift. We're taking it to the moon. All right. Let's hop on Facebook real quick. Let's see what the audience is saying. All right. And I'm sorry, my arms aren't the longest. I'm trying to multitask here.
It's longer than mine.
Yeah, so please bear with me. Tonight we're talking about building wealth through life insurance. You have my beautiful wife, Yvonne Badu, on the ones and twos and talking about building wealth through life insurance. Shout out to Jamil. He said exactly this. They look at it as a bill instead of an investment. This is an investment you're making in your life. What better person to invest in than your own self, than your own life? My goodness. Yeah. We buy car insurance before we buy life insurance. Our priorities need to really be checked.
Yes, definitely.
Absolutely. All right, so let me just stretch a little bit here. Okay. So my boy Darius, shout out to Darius Sanders. He said, what about life insurance through your employer? Is this wise as many people switch jobs in their life? Should we independently purchase? What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, let me answer that. Okay, so, everyone gets covered. Well, not everyone, but employers do offer life insurance. Mm-hmm. This life insurance is actually a term life policy. It's not a permanent life at all. When you leave that job, that life insurance goes with it. You don't get anything from it.
Wow.
So I definitely strongly suggest that you obtain a life insurance on your own so that you're covered. Even if you do leave that job, you would still have your own life insurance policy in place. So yeah, definitely, life insurance from an employer is not enough. Definitely go get your own as well.
Wow. Okay. So with that being said, let's really hit home. I really want to hit home on the concept of building wealth through life insurance, right? This was the topic that we chose today. This is what God has manifested within us to give to his people today, right? So one more time, how could people build wealth through life insurance?
People can build wealth through life insurance, by paying your premiums.
Mm-hmm.
You are building wealth through the cash value.
Now the premiums is that a cost, a monthly cost, or is that an investment you're making in yourself?
It's an investment.
Okay.
You know, don't look at it as a cost. This is an investment. This is something that is going to grow throughout your lifetime. This is something that is going to help you build wealth over time.
Wow. Okay. I love that. I love that. All right. So we got Vinny says, I know this is completely off topic, but is there a chance to get a second round of PPP, or did the SBA close for good? Yeah, they're shut out. Unfortunately, it's a done deal with the PPP. Unfortunately, you know, they might release more money to those who tried to apply but didn't get it. But there's an extremely low likelihood. Why? Because apparently we're not in a pandemic anymore. Apparently, right? So just keep that in mind. Monique Justice, shout out to Monique. She said, uplift. Amen. We need more couples like you. Absolutely. And we need more couples like you too, Rick and Monique.
Definitely. All
right, so Rick asked the quadrillion dollar question. This truly is what billionaires do, right? You might have heard of stories like Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, all having these massive policies, life insurance, that they're living off. I heard rumors that Jeff Bezos is actually borrowing money from his life insurance policy to fund things like yachts and, you know, jets and all types of crazy stuff.
Going out of space.
Yeah, exactly. Going to space. So basically, he said, Jeff and Yvonne, why is this the best foundation for creating wealth? I mean, because this stuff is not talked about. Why is it that pretty much most people don't really have knowledge on this topic? Like, why is life insurance the foundation for creating wealth?
It is the foundation of creating wealth because there is nothing like it.
Okay.
It's not your 401k. It's not, you know, your savings account. This is something that, and it's definitely not your stocks either. This is something that is, you know, it's building up, it's building you up, it's building your family up, it's building your businesses up. You know, your cash value is based on sub-accounts, basically, how the market performs. Even if the market does not perform well, you are still going to gain more cash value than you're even putting in.
Wow.
And then when all that is said and done, your beneficiary is going to, you know, benefit from the death benefit. So this is, you know, this is wealth building.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to take you far in life. It's going to take your assets far, your family far. Why not invest in something like this? Wow.
Okay. I mean, it's powerful. So you're telling me that just like a 401k where you're making, let's just call it biweekly, but in the terms of life insurance, you're making monthly contributions to your policy and you're investing. Remember, always adjust your mindset. Always enhance your mindset. Right? Always enhance your mindset. You're investing money into a plan, an account, an investment that can grow over time. It gets invested into index funds such as the S&P 500, right, which is composed of the top 500 companies or stocks in the U.S. What are the odds of them failing? Right. So you're investing and it's growing and growing. And then whenever you want or at a certain point in time, you can start taking the money out, just like a retirement plan. You can start taking out, let's say, $50,000 a year. Right? You can start taking out $100,000 a year. You want to fund that nice house that's on the hills. You want to fund that nice vacation. You want to fund that thing that can really help you create that abundant lifestyle, right? And you're creating abundance here because you're utilizing your money and it's growing over time so that it can sustain your lifestyle. if this isn't the foundation for wealth, I don't really know what it is. You don't have to manage tenants, right? You don't have to work. This is not something you work for. The money is being invested on your behalf through savvy investors, and they have that ceiling, like Yvonne mentioned, which can be as high as 15%, the maximum you can earn on your policy. And then you have the floor, the minimum you can earn on the policy, right? You're talking about money that can grow on top of money. And Jerry says, yeah, this beats letting the money sit in a savings account. Absolutely. Why would you let your money sit in a savings account earning next to nothing in interest versus a policy that can earn up to 15% a year on your money?
If you're letting money sit in your savings account, you're actually losing money.
You're actually losing money, exactly, because of the concept of inflation. Inflation is at about 2 to 3% on average or so every year. So if you're earning next to nothing on your money, 0% interest on your money, and basically, you can, let's just say that you can earn, let's just say that you're basically earning, or let's just say that you're investing money or you're saving money at 0%. Let's just say 10 years goes by. You'd have lost 2 to 3% on your money because that money could have been growing, the opportunity cost. And then also, right, your money, basically your money next year is going to be 2 to 3% worth less. And eventually it is going to become worthless if you leave the money there in the savings account forever. Mm-hmm. Not saying you shouldn't save money. I'm just saying when you have the money in the savings account, think of ways you can grow your money, right? Think of ways that you can invest it so that you can ultimately make some more money. All right. And Latoya said, yeah, for sure, on every level. Shout out to Latoya. She's on the Badu Tax Services team. Also, shout out to Jerry, also on the Badu Tax Services team. And Rick says, it sounds like this is the ultimate savings account and opportunity fund. I think so, too.
Yes, 100%, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Any further thoughts on that, Yvonne?
No, that's it.
Absolutely. So, yeah, just keep in mind, today we talked about building wealth utilizing life insurance. Now, we'll talk about how to build wealth on steroids. So it gets even better with the life insurance component. When we involve a bank in this, what we call it infinite banking, basically. Where we can basically have a bank, you put in 25% of the money, and then the bank gives you 75% of the money, right? So you put in $25,000, bank will give you $75,000 a year. You can do it for 5 years, and basically you can have, I've seen a policy where you can have $267,000 a year starting at the age of 65, right? Powerful stuff. It's crazy what you can do. So on June 29th from 6 to 7 p.m. on Zoom, you can feel free to reach out to me at jeffbadu@gmail.com for the details. But you're listening live on social media right now. The flyers have been posted all over the place. We have it on Instagram, my Instagram page. It's been posted on there. And we also have it posted on my Facebook page as well. Now remember, today is the last day to get the 15% discount on my Infinite Wealth course. I just came out with the course. It's available for pre-order right now. It will be released later this week. But you can actually purchase the course, and for doing that, you get a 15% discount. You type in the code June 19th, and you go to the link in my bio on Instagram, and then on Facebook, I also posted the flyer and the link as well. It's jeffbadu.com. I'm sorry, jeffbadu.thinkific.com. Once again, jeffbadu.thinkific, thinkific.com. You can get access to the course. You can be one of the first people to get access to the course. So please go ahead and check out that course. Like Yvonne said, I poured my heart and soul into that course, right? You're talking high quality information for the people. So check that out. Let me know if you have any questions. My website is jeffbadu.com. Once again, that's jeffbadu.com. Now, real quick, Yvonne, if you don't mind dropping the email address, the website for the Badu Life and Health Solutions, and then I'll let you wrap up So do you mind dropping that in the chat?
Yes.
Absolutely. So she's gonna drop that link in the chat, and let me also drop it on the Instagram for you guys. Definitely appreciate you all for listening today. So I'm gonna drop the link, which is badulifehealth.com. My challenge to you today is to take action within 24 hours of this presentation you just listened to. Within 24 hours, send us an email to badulifehealth@gmail.com. So the website is badulifehealth.com, right? And then the email is badulifehealth@gmail.com. Send us an email within 24 hours. The greatest people on this planet took action, and they took action early. Right? Send us an email at badulifehealth@gmail.com. Okay. Let us know what you think about this, what we just spoke about. Let us know how we can help you in any way. And then also, we can send you more details on the June 29th presentation, where I'll be presenting. Yvonne will be there as well. Gene, the real estate guy, will be there as well. And we'll be having a real conversation about money and how you emotionally connect with your money. Right? So with that, I definitely want to thank everyone for listening. Yvonne, any quick final words that you have?
Yes. We talked about wealth building. We defined, a scarcity mindset versus an abundant mindset. I know nobody wants to not be wealthy. Think abundance.
Wow.
Don't think of the cost of things. Don't think, how am I going to pay this, et cetera, et cetera. Think of this as an investment. You're investing in your life. You're investing in your family. You're trying to build multi-generational wealth.
Wow.
This is it. You're trying to build your business. So don't sleep on these opportunities. These opportunities are here for you. We're here for you. We value our individuals, our families, and our businesses. We take pride in what we do. We're very passionate about educating you all on building wealth.
Okay.
So definitely don't sleep on these opportunities. We've just gotten through a pandemic that has taught us that, life is definitely short. It's very precious. Live every day in abundance. Don't go back to the things that you were doing prior. Now we're trying to soar. Now we're trying to thrive. Think about your children. Think about your families. Don't sleep on them either. Think in abundance. Don't think in scarcity.
Absolutely.
That's all I got to say.
Wow. Thank you, Yvonne. You did a great job. Definitely appreciate you for providing our audience, our listeners, with these powerful, powerful words. Please reach out. Take action immediately. Take immediate, instant action. And thank you, Rick. He said you both were awesome. Thank you. Absolutely. Appreciate that, Rick. And Latoya says, salute, guys. Listen, watch. Basically, listen to the information. Don't allow this opportunity to pass. Act now. Take action immediately. So with that, let me go ahead and just end it real quick. So definitely appreciate you guys for tuning in. Remember, take action. Send us an email. We've dropped the information in the chat. My name is Jeff Badu, and I definitely look forward to continuously and consistently delivering you all some content. Thank you all for listening.